Have you ever finished a meal and thought, oh, I am so stuffed. Why did I eat that much food? Literally, that's me every holiday season. One minute I'm doing fine and eating on plan, and then the next minute I've had way too much and I'm grading myself like every meal is a report card. Good grade if I stopped eating before I got too full. Bad grade if I stuffed myself. And it made me realize how automatic that old school food report card really is. Welcome to Healthy Her Midlife, the podcast for women who want real, natural solutions to feel strong, calm, and confident in their bodies again. I'm Kristine Roberson, a certified nutrition consultant and health coach. Let's dive in. Before we dive in today, I want to talk a little bit about my slight change in format from my usual long form videos to now a weekly podcast episode. I decided to make this shift because really I want more connection with the audience, the viewership, and also with new listeners. So look for these regular videos, podcast version videos on YouTube every week. And then also the audio version of this podcast will be in your favorite podcast streaming service. So let's dive in. When I start thinking about old food beliefs and how that pertains or relates to my body and my weight, I think back to my childhood, and I remember specifically my mom took her scale and marched it right on out the door and into the garbage one day. And I saw her doing this when I was a little girl. And I thought to myself, wow, she's really mad at that scale. She is not happy with the number that she got. And I think that was the time, that was probably the moment that I really started connecting food and how much I eat with my weight on the scale. That's when I started confusing control with health instead of connecting with my body. And just a couple of weeks ago, I had this thought that I caught in my head. It was after dinner and there was some dessert, and I thought to myself, I cannot have that dessert because it's way too much sugar, and that will show up negatively for me on the scale tomorrow morning. And that thought was really surprising to me because, let's face it, after these 50 some odd years, I've been working on my own food beliefs and weight beliefs and body image beliefs. So still to this day, having that thought in my head is a little discouraging. But instead of judging that thought, I decided to get curious. What am I so afraid of? And here's what came up for me. I'm really afraid of losing control. I am afraid of losing control over how much food that I eat and losing control over what the scale says to me. And I mean, really, it's not that big of a deal. It's like, settle down, Karen, right? It's just a number. But what was really disappointing for me when I had that thought about sugar was I am actually in a pretty peaceful and calm state when it comes to my weight and my body image. This is probably the most comfortable I have felt in my body most of my life. And I think that comes from the fact that I stopped treating my body like it was a project and started thinking of my body really as my best friend. And the science actually proves this out. It's kind of wild because the more stress that we are under and the more anxiety and anxiousness we feel around food and about our weight, the slower our body will actually digest food because of all of the cortisol running through our bodies. That actually slows down food digestion and will result in more fat thrown to your belly. But like I said, lately I've had a lot of peace with my body, and when my body talks to me, I really try to listen to it. And that's really how I try to help my coaching clients as well with their weight issues, is really trying to listen to what their body is saying. And it could be saying that it's hungry, of course. It could be saying that it's thirsty. It could be saying that it's tired and it needs some rest, or maybe it needs movement. You really won't know what your body needs until you really practice slowing down and listening in the moment to what your body is telling you. So I took that sugar moment and I actually did a little self-coaching on myself. And the first thing I asked myself was, what did I notice in my body and in my emotions before I ate and also after I ate? Like I said, our bodies give us all kinds of signals, or sending us all kinds of signals all the time, 24 hours a day. So really paying attention to what it's saying before the meal and what it's saying after the meal is critical in learning how to really show yourself more self-respect, is what I'm talking about here. The other question I wanted to ask myself was, what does satisfaction feel like to me in my own body? Now, this is going to be a different answer for everybody. It'll be a different answer for you, possibly, than it is for me. My answer is satisfaction feels like I'm not bulging at the seams. I don't have to unbuckle my jeans. I don't have to make sure I'm wearing leggings to belly up to the holiday table. I'm feeling satiated. I'm feeling calm. My shoulders drop. I can let out a big sigh and have just generally pleasant thoughts about the meal that I ate and how much of it that I ate. If you stop to really think while you're eating, what am I feeling right now? You'll definitely feel a moment of satisfaction. It just requires a little bit of mindful eating. Connection really does take curiosity. So once I coached myself through those questions, I also coached myself through some baby action steps that I could take this holiday season that will help me be more mindful at those holiday meals and might work for you as well. My first action step is I want to put the fork down in between bites. Literally take a bite of food and put the fork down, chew my food, taste the flavors, notice the textures. After I swallow, I get another bite of food. And I'm going to eat nice and slowly like that, and really think about it. If you're eating that slowly, you're really taking the time to enjoy the holiday season more and to enjoy the company that you are in and really make it a more memorable meal for you. So that's the first thing I'm going to do this holiday season. The second action step that I'm taking this holiday season is I am retiring the word control in favor of satisfaction. And it just sounds so much more self-empowering, right? Like, I don't need to worry about having control over my meals, my food, my body, my weight, if I'm focusing just on satisfaction, because it's really a conscious choice to listen to what my body is telling me and to have that open dialogue communication between me and my best friend, my body. And then my third action step this year is when or if I hear that mental beat down in my head, something guilty or shameful or just derogatory or mean, the mean girls coming out in my head of, wow, you really blew that one, you shouldn't have eaten that, or yeah, there's a couple extra pounds on the scale, you really screwed up. when I hear those mean girl voices in my head, mean girl thoughts in my head, I'm going to try to back that up with a "and" phrase. And I still love my body. And I still care for myself every day. And I am paying attention to satisfaction and what my body needs. And I think this is a really powerful thing because it's kind of like a double, I don't know the word I'm looking for. It's kind of like a double argument. So you've got the negative coming in, but you're finishing it with a positive response to it. That will eventually change your mindset about how you talk to yourself and how you care for yourself. Really what that is doing is it's building and growing different synapses in your brain, and that's like a different, like a routing system in your brain, so that you're training your brain that when you hear something negative about yourself, that you are changing the story to something positive. And a really great bonus action step here that you could take is to also level up your recipes. Really look at those recipes and think, well, do I really need that much oil or butter or sugar or salt? Just switch it up a little bit. Throw in some more vegetables. Throw in some more fruits. Throw in some more whole grains. That could be a very good action step for all of us, I think. So in other words, this holiday season, what I am practicing and what I'm encouraging you to practice as well is to eat from curiosity, not control. Note and pay attention to your body's cues. And satisfaction is your measure for success. Thank you for joining me on the very first Healthy Her Midlife podcast episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and a share. Why not share it with all of your amazing girlfriends right before Thanksgiving so they can also get into a great mindset when they approach their meals as well. And if you would like a little bit of a deeper dive into what your food beliefs are and how you are approaching the holiday season, I do offer a free discovery coaching call on my website. And actually right now I'm having a Black Friday sale for my coaching packages. I have a starter 5-session coaching package for only $50, and I'm only opening it up to 5 people. 5 sessions, $50, 5 people, and then it's done. It's closed. So if you would like to dive a little bit deeper into what you envision your life to be like with health and wellness, and you want to create some goals and some steps to actually get you to that vision of you at your perfect healthy self, consider that Black Friday package. It's available on my website if you go to healthyhermidlife.com/waitlist. And while you're there, you can also sign up for my weekly newsletter. I am offering a midlife metabolism reset guide right now for free when you sign up to the newsletter. So be sure to subscribe to that as well while you're there. Thank you for joining me this week, and I will see you next week on the Healthy Her Midlife podcast. Thanks for spending time with me on Healthy Her Midlife. If today's episode spoke to you, download your free Midlife Metabolic Reset Guide or book a coaching call at HealthyHerMidlife.com. See you next time.